Hello everyone! Today you're coming along with me on my trip to Sapporo, Hokkaido in northern Japan. The first step of my trip was to take a bus ride, a short train, and then a long railway train to Fukuoka. Here in Fukuoka is a popular Ohori Park. It's the large oval-shaped pond with a path running through the center. It was a beautiful place to walk through during my afternoon.
In the autumn days, won't make any ends till the day is gone. Won't stop running till we reach the sun.
And I also stopped by the Fukuoka Castle ruins. These ruins are a historic site, also once known as the Maizuru Castle or Seki Castle. It was built in the 1600s.
Oh, we're building a home with the mud and the stones and the branches we bind. We're all just searching for something bigger than we're all able to find.
After exploring the ruins and stopping by a shrine for the new year, I headed back to my hostel for the night, and then got up early in the morning to head to the airport and get on my flight to Sapporo.
We won't stop running till we reach the sun.
Just the first few minutes in Sapporo were very chilly. They didn't plow the roads at all during the new year, so I got to see lots of snow piling up and creating a beautiful winter wonderland. My first big event in Sapporo was going to the Maruyama Zoo. The animals were really cool to see, and I loved seeing all the different kinds that I don't usually get to see in American zoos.
Won't make our heads till the day is gone. Won't stop running till we reach the sun. Chasing all the things that are keeping us young. We won't stop running till we reach the sun. She went out to the haze in the morning grace. She went out and got lost in a tall hedge maze. Where'd you go, why'd you leave this place?
We made a quick stop by the TV tower, which showed us a beautiful view of Sapporo from
My
above.
love is yours, but your love's not mine. So I'll go, but we know I'll see you down the line. And we'll hate what we've lost, but we'll love what we find. And oh, I'm feeling fine. We made it to the coastline.
Where's it like torn from? Then for dinner, we stopped by the Sapporo Beer Museum and got a Genghis Khan style dinner.
Live like your love wasn't meant for mine. Now you've gone to a different.
I went back a little bit later that week when the museum was open and got to see a bit more about the history, but the beer tasting tour was definitely the draw for most tourists.
Wake up to the sound of your fleeting heart. Wake up to the sound of your fleeting heart. When you go, what you leave is the work of art.
The next day, I headed over to the Science Museum. It was definitely designed for kids, but I really enjoyed going through and seeing how they did the displays. And despite the language barrier, I could understand a lot of stuff through their demonstrations and hands-on activities. The art museums were a bit of a bust and kind of boring, so if you're going to Sapporo, I recommend skipping over them. The chocolate park, on the other hand, is a must. Shiroi Kobito is a cookie and a brand in Hokkaido. The cookie was made after the creator went skiing and came home remarking that it had started snowing white lovers, or Shiroi Koibito. As for the park, the founder Isao Ishimizu was fascinated by the beauty of England and wanted to convey the beauty of England to the locals. He asked a British architect to build a Tudor house. The park includes a tour of the factory, history of the cookie, a house which talks about the history of chocolate, and Gulliver's Village for children.
You're free. Oh, lovers sinking in the sea. We will let the water fill our lungs and sleep. Love, we go down, we go down. Breathe, it's over now, over now.
One of the fun games for children here is to find 6 hidden objects in the village, and they can earn a cookie. I, unfortunately, did not find all of them in the first go-through, and I had to ask for help. Next, I stopped by the historic clock tower in City Center. It's surrounded by skyscrapers, so it was a bit hard to find at first. One of my last stops was the Sapporo University Museum. It was really cool to see all the displays from what students are researching, from agriculture to animal science to rocket building. It was almost like a miniature natural history museum.
We go down, we go down. Breathe, it's over now, over now. We can love, we can love. We can love, we can love. And the birds will sing our song in Halcyon. And the birds will sing our song. The birds will all sing our
Unfortunately, after 5 days, it was time to head back home.
The birds will all sing the birds will sing our song.
My very last stop was a chocolate museum called Royce's Chocolate World in the Sapporo airport. Their most famous item is chocolate-covered potato chips, which I tried and agreed that they are very delicious.
We can love. We can love. We can love. And the birds will sing our song in Halcyon.
After landing back in Fukuoka, I stopped by the art museum, which had an exhibit on Van Gogh and was so amazing. Before heading back to Shimabara by bus and relaxing with a nice cup of coffee. I hope you enjoyed my adventure, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!